Memorial Day is here. It's a day off, but for many it means so much more. Editor Rich Marino has put together this piece about the real meaning of Memorial Day through a child's eyes.
Hi, my name is Marissa Marino. These are my two brothers, Joey and Lily. We live in Montauk, Long Island. I would like to tell you some things about Memorial Day. It's the time for barbecues and the start of warm weather. The real story of Memorial Day is to remember the soldiers that died in the war. My grandfather was a soldier in World War II. He was also a prisoner of war. Today we honor all who have fought for our freedom. At 3 p.m. on Memorial Day, everyone should pause for a moment of silence to remember the soldiers that died in the wars. Memorial Day should be observed by visiting cemeteries and placing flags on the graves of our fallen heroes.
Many of the men that I did service with fell. The infantry was loaded with guys that I know. These men were sent as replacements, pushed up there, these 18-year-olds and 19-year-olds who was sent out on the line with just a minimum amount of stuff in a duffel bag and a rifle to live in the muck and the shit of war. It's a dirty business.
They drafted me into the Army, okay? So I was in the Army for 3 years in the infantry.
Okay, so you were drafted, so did you have any decisions? Like, did you really want to go to war? Like, anyway, like, even if you weren't drafted, would you have signed up?
No. That's part of the condition in a free society. The laws were established constitutionally by the government to have a draft. So you went with the draft. And my mother said, wait your turn. And I waited. I have 2 uncles and 2 brothers who were in it up to here in that war, and I was too. And I was lucky because schooling gave me a high enough IQ to qualify for officer candidate school and Army Training Specialist program. I was drafted into the 102nd Division, the Ozarks Division.
Okay.
And then I went into Army Training Specialist program, and I went to Rutgers University, New Jersey.
Oh my goodness!
The program was disbanded, and they sent us all back to the troops. But this division went overseas, so they couldn't send me there, and they sent me to this division, who were on maneuvers. And that's the 106th Division. Okay. It's the last division in the Army activated. And it had all these bright guys in it who were being kicked out of the ASTP and all these programs and all these Americans who were hanging around, and they figured the war's nearing an end, let's get them all into this division. And that was the division I was in, pluralistic. Okay? And this one is Fort Benning. Fort Benning is the place that trains for killing. It trains Army officers. And the worst and the best come out of Fort Benning. Okay? And I was there for 10 months.
What state
10
is that
months,
in?
10 months, 10 months in between.
And what state is Fort Benning in?
What was this?
Where's Fort Benning? What state?
Fort Benning, Georgia.
Georgia. Okay, that's what I thought.
And basically, what happened was we went into combat, and we were the 1st Division hit in the Battle of the Bulge after 5 days in combat. I was a prisoner of war.
They've hit us with 26 divisions. They overran 2 regiments of the 106th Division. 7,500 of our men were forced to surrender.